There are 47,000 people on LinkedIn that do the same thing as you do. Brand consultants, copywriters, consultants generally, mindset coaches. So if you're trying to beat them, you probably already lost, especially if you're calling yourself by the same name. But here's the thing. What if you actually didn't compete at all? What if you created a category where you are the only option, you are the only player? So in this video, and it's been about less than 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how to build a category that nobody can enter, really. I was an invisible copywriter trying to compete with people that were better, I thought at least, were better than me. They've got better credentials, better networks, or so I thought. I kept losing clients because I couldn't explain what actually made me different beyond the, oh, I'm a really good writer, or I really care. They're not differentiating factors at all, really. And I took it personally, But when I stopped trying to be better and started trying to be different, I realised I had my story to tell, my individuality, my experience, all the things that I'd done in the past, and I've done a few. Well, that changed everything, So here's what I did. Better is subjective, and it's, to be quite frankly, it's quite a struggle to be better. It's all relative as well. How do you explain you are better than somebody else? You've got more, you've got more experience, you've got more certificates, you've got more more conversion, stuff like that. It's a very difficult thing to prove. Different, however, is quite objective, and it's something you can defend. So when you're different, price comparisons generally, they go out the window, become irrelevant, because people come to you because of you. They want you rather than somebody else. So I'm not necessarily the best copywriter, the best brand strategist, or whatever I want to call myself. You might not be the best mindset coach or any other kind of coach, but I am the one who translates careers, backgrounds, experience into positioning using my proprietary process. And you can do this too. They set up. Think of an exercise you can do. I am the only strategist, consultant, accountant, if you like, who does this unique combination of things. But being different isn't enough. It's all in the way that you describe yourself. Don't add services. Lawyers are particularly bad at this. Add personal skills, your attributes, the stuff that other people don't have, your experience. Competitors can only copy the thing that you do, the service you deliver. They can't copy all the things you are, all the things that mean what you do in your own unique way. I'm 67, grey hair. I've been a translator, I've been a copywriter, I lived in France for 20 years, I'm bilingual and bicultural, that kind of comes with the territory, but it also gives me something that a lot of other copywriters don't have. I find that vulnerability is extremely important, and a bunch of all these things makes me a category of one. What about you? Where are with the big changes in your life, your background and your method and your client type and the way you deliver the stuff that you do? Once you have those things in place, that changes so many things. But don't do this. Don't call yourself a generic name. No one wants another mindset coach because the market is saturated with them, and it often comes down to kind of a price shop with generic labels. You know, if people want a mindset coach, well, they're often, or any kind of accountant, for example, they'll often judge on price, and then you're on a hiding to nothing, to be quite honest. I named my process backstory to brand story because it's my way of identifying a personal brand. Otherwise, I'd just be another consultant. So what's your process called? What's your intellectual property? What's the thing that only you do? So here's what happens when you get this right. Once I named backstory to brand story, I stopped competing overnight. Price objections disappeared. Client acquisition became easier. I became a better authority, and to be quite frank, I became more confident because I believed in this thing that I had, which is truly unique. You know, same services, just packaged up in a different way, in a category of one, rather than just a better consultant. Which is, you know, if I say I'm better, you've got to take me on my word. If I say I do exactly the thing that I do, then you know exactly what you get. So you don't need to be the best, the fastest, the cheapest. You need to be the only. So sit down and think about this. Write down 3 unique things about you that nobody else combines. Then create a name for it, create a process for it. That will make you unique. That is the way to be unique. So for more of this stuff about better positioning and building a business when you're at a certain age, let's say, just subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell. I do this at least once a week. My Substack is in the description if you want to dig into a bit more about this and have a bit more interaction. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video.